Okay, we're now walking through the complex that was once the formal prison. Most of us Westerners know it as the Hanoi Hilton. Okay. It's kind of quiet in here, so. Oh, here's an overview of the whole complex.
You can see the panorama view of the Hall of Prison.
So,
it was the Ring Prison.
So this is the whole prison. Where are we now? Just in this piece here? Do you know which part we're in now?
We are, let me see. Actually, we are in the first one. It's over there.
Right there. So the square part is what's left of the original prison. The rest of it has been consumed for new growth. So making this video was somewhat of a challenge because I didn't want to show any disrespect to what happened in this prison. And what we know about this prison is, for Westerners, is really kind of limited to what Hollywood tells us. So we know it as the Hanoi Hilton, and that many U.S. and other armed forces may have suffered some inappropriate treatment in there. Although walking through the prison, the stories are, more about, everybody's treated fairly. But the truth of this prison is, this was set up by the French when they were occupying Vietnam, and so a lot of times these were Vietnamese prisoners. This is where Ho Chi Minh cut his teeth, creating the movement for the communism, and there's no doubt that suffering went on there. And I think they did a really good job of portraying, the kind of anguish that the prisoners were going through. So, putting it together, I basically tried to keep it as how I saw it, and there was a feeling in this place. This is kind of like touring Auschwitz or Yad Vashem. I think if you're in the area, you should look at some of the images that go on in here, because it's not a place where people were treated very well, and you certainly get the feel of that when you're walking through there. And I'm positive that all around people suffered, and that's what you see, like these pictures here. This is some of the art and stuff that depict that type of suffering, and and there was this constant need to want to try and escape this hellhole. This here is a sewer structure that these guys would inevitably crawl their way through to get out and start their communist movement and stuff like that. So anyhow, I hope I put it together. If you're in Hanoi, I think everybody at least should go and look at the place once to get a feel for it. Like way back in the beginning, there's not much of it left. Just the original entrance building is there. There's a almond tree still growing, and and it's hard to look at French guillotine here. And I took this picture here because it's like there's this window of hope, but how many people saw hope? And then you got images like this. But overall, lots of people still come here and make sacrifices and pay homage to the people that passed in this prison. And that's what this altar is all about here. So, yeah. And in there you find some nice pretty pictures of flowers and stuff. And yeah, if you're there, I highly recommend touring it. You kind of walk out with a kind of a sad feel to it, but I think it's always important that we bear witness to some of these atrocities of the past, and so that's how I put this video together.